Hi, everyone, and welcome to Catapult Greater Pittsburgh presents Get in the Game, the 2026 NFL Draft First Quarter Information Session. My name is Lachelle Bell, and I'm Director of Entrepreneurship for Catapult Greater Pittsburgh. The purpose of today's webinar is to get your business information on how you can participate in the 2026 NFL Draft through the NFL Draft Source Program. We are going to cover how to apply, who is eligible, what services are needed, and how being part of this major event can boost your visibility, and growth opportunities. We're also going to give you an opportunity at the end to contact us to help you with your application. And just note, we are just a source of information. We are not the NFL or the Steelers. Therefore, we are not in charge of any of the selection processes. So who is Catapult Greater Pittsburgh? Catapult Greater Pittsburgh engages in emergency resource distribution, peer-to-peer support, wealth building, trauma-informed financial counseling, and policy advocacy to ensure systematically disenfranchised communities can meaningfully achieve economic justice and lead dignified and equitable lives. Disclaimer, as mentioned earlier, participation in Catapult's coaching sessions, webinars, or related services does not guarantee acceptance into the NFL Draft Source Program. Selections for any contract opportunities or inclusion on the NFL's approval supplier list. All application decisions and supplier approvals are made solely by the NFL and its procurement partners. So, what is the NFL Draft Source Program? The NFL Draft Source Program is a 10-month localized procurement initiative designed to connect event-ready local and diverse businesses in the greater Pittsburgh area with subcontracting opportunities related to the 2026 NFL Draft, which is scheduled for April 23rd through the 25th, 2026. It is ran by the NFL in partnership with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Visit Pittsburgh. So what is the purpose of the program? There's three main purposes. Number one is to engage local businesses and keep money in the Pittsburgh region. Number two is to stimulate economic impact throughout the greater Pittsburgh area. And number three is to promote diversity and inclusion among suppliers. So once again, to engage local businesses and keep money in the Pittsburgh region, to stimulate economic impact throughout the Pittsburgh area, and to promote diversity and inclusion among suppliers. So why you? What is the benefit of your businesses participating in the NFL Source Program? Number one, inclusion in an NFL supplier directory. Accepted businesses are listed in a directory used by the NFL staff, contractors, and event producers to identify local suppliers for subcontracting needs. Number two, networking opportunities. When you are in the NFL Source Program, you get to participate in events connecting businesses with NFL representatives and stakeholders. Or you have, the opportunity to participate in these events. And number three, capacity building resources. You will now get access to workshops and training sessions aimed at enhancing business capabilities and readiness for large-scale events if you are selected in the NFL Source Program. So let's go over your eligibility and what the criteria is to be part of it. To be considered part of the program, your business must be a direct source of the goods and services, meaning you cannot be a pass-through. You have to be a direct source of the businesses and services. You must be in good standing and licensed to do business in Pennsylvania. The NFL will screen this through the Secretary of State. You must be headquartered in the greater Pittsburgh area and be encompassed through one of the 10 counties. And so those 10 county regions in the greater Pittsburgh area are Allegheny, Armstrong, Beaver, Butler, Fayette, Greene, Indiana, Lawrence County, Washington County, and Westmoreland County. And certified diverse businesses are strongly encouraged to apply. And certified diverse businesses are those that are 51% owned and operated by individuals from minority groups. That include women, veterans, LGBTQ plus individuals, or persons with disabilities. And once again, you have to be in operation since at least April 2023 or earlier. Okay, so let's go over the services and products that are in demand. So the NFL will always require an array of services. And if you don't see yourself on this list, list is not limited. This is just examples of what they are looking for. So food and beverages, catering, food trucks, food entrepreneurs, event promotion, graphic design, signage, marketing, promotional materials, event support, AV, decor, staging, entertainment, logistics, security, transportation, staffing, facilities. Those are you that are in electrical, janitorial, waste removal, security, things as such. And there's always evolving needs. So if you don't see yourself, as I mentioned earlier, on this list, please apply. This list is not limited. This is just examples. One of the examples that I remember is when we went to the information session, the young lady talked about how when the draft was in Detroit, they had to search and find tailors to tailor suits and dresses, bow ties for the participants in the draft. You never know. So apply, apply, apply. Do not let this list limit you or your opportunity to be part of the source program. So let's go over the application process and timeline. So if you're watching this, apply now. The deadline is May 7th, 2025. Once again, May 7th, 2025 is the deadline. The selection will take place by the end of June 2025, and you will be notified whether you are selected or not. And the program duration is ongoing throughout the draft. And so if you get selected, there will be a mandatory onboarding in the summer of 2025. So just make sure that you are checking your emails and looking out for what those other dates are and what the process will be as you get closer to the draft. So key takeaways. There are no guarantee contracts. Acceptance in the program does not guarantee contracts or RFP invitations, but what it does is provide increased exposure to those potential opportunities. So though you may not get a contract, it's not guaranteed, you will be exposed to someone being able to search and find your business to get a contract or the possibility of getting one. It is a competitive process. Selection is competitive, and we really want to emphasize having a strong application. So everything we went over in those eligibility requirements, make sure you have all of those together to make your application strong. There are long-term benefits, though. Participation may lead to future opportunities beyond the 2026 NFL Draft, and the supplier directory will remain a resource for the NFL and its partners. So even if you don't get selected or someone doesn't pick your business for this particular event, you are now in that resource, in that directory for the NFL and its partners to always search. You never know when someone may need your business. Get social. We're going to talk about this next, but you want to make sure that your social media is ready. Clean it up. If you can say right now that your social media across all platforms can represent the NFL or any other national contract, great. If not, get it ready and clean it up. We want to make sure that you are represented correctly, but your business is also represented correctly. And we don't want social media to be a deterrent, to stop you from getting a contract. And check your email and voicemail. Make sure that you check your emails and voicemails regularly. I would probably say twice a day, and pick up your telephone when you see numbers that you may not know. Communication will be done via email. So as we talked about social media and communications, scrub your profiles, keep all content professional and brand aligned. You want to use consistent logo and contact details across all channels. So whatever logo you are using on your website should be the same logo that you are using across all your social media platforms. If you don't have a logo, whatever name, you just want to make sure that all your information is consistent across all channels. You want to monitor your email, including spam and voicemail daily. Like I said, check it twice a day. You never know when information or opportunities may become available. And NFL and its vendors may do cold calls to test responsiveness. How are you answering your telephone? Are you calling back? Is your voicemail professional? Things as such. So, how to apply? You're going to visit the 2026 NFL Draft Source application site. You're going to gather all the information that you need, your EIN, your certifications, your insurance, and your financials. You're going to complete the form and submit it by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on May 7th, 2025. And you're going to watch out for confirmation emails. A key tip to doing that is to add NFL domains to your safe list and your email so that they are not filtered out or blocked because they think it's spam. And so let's go to the application so you can see. And so this is the application, excuse me, of the 2026 NFL Draft Source Program. And it probably is going to take about 7 to 10 minutes at most. It's not a hard application, guys. It's very easy. It's very straightforward. So the first thing we're going to go over and ask you about is your general overview and contact information, the legal company name, if you're doing business as another entity with the primary contact name, who is the primary contact should be who is responsible for all emails, RFPs, who is the main representative and person in your business that will handle all these things. They will also be the one to represent the company at the workshops and networking events we talked about earlier. So all your contact information. The next step is ownership and diversity designations. We talked about this before, having at least 51% of the ownership of your company being certified minorities. This information will be verified by their program staff. The third section is business and capabilities. So this is when they're getting more into your business. Asking about if you're a direct supplier, as we mentioned earlier. Are you in good standing in the state of Pennsylvania? What does your business actually do? The next section is marketing materials. They're going to go into, if you want to, is optional, but I would advise for you to show marketing material, your menu, branding, capability statements. Do you have a flyer? Something that shows them who you are and what your business does on a branding standpoint. Make sure that all your I's dotted and T's are crossed. So if you're going to put flyers up there, if you're going to put anything marketing, make sure that it is consistent with your brand, the spelling is correct, and it flows great. Remember, you are looking at being put into a source program for huge national vendors, huge RFP opportunities. So make sure that you are putting your best foot forward in everything that you do. And this is when they're going to ask about references. So if you have a client that you work with consistently that can talk about not just you, but your business in such a high level way, make sure that you do that. Build relationships with your clients. Make sure you have a client that can not just talk about you, but your business. And then that's it. They go into the disclosure, a data disclaimer, and your signature. It wasn't as bad as you probably thought it was. Very easy. Okay, so next steps and how to contact us. The next steps that you want to do is you're going to finalize your application materials and submit it before the May 7th, 2025 deadline. We're also going to give you a little quick tip, and that is prepare a 60-second capability pitch for cold calls. We mentioned before that the NFL vendors Someone may call you and you want to make sure that you're able to pitch your business within 60 seconds and you're able to discuss your business. You're able to answer the questions that they want. So just be prepared for that. And remember to pick up telephone calls that you may not know. We also want you to save the date. We are going to host an in-person session, Catapult Greater Pittsburgh, on next steps. Once you get into the source program, or even if you didn't, how do you take advantage of this great opportunity coming to our region in April 2026? And you want to make sure that you email info@catapultpittsburgh.org with any questions you may have, anything you may want to know about. Remember, Catapult Greater Pittsburgh is not the NFL. We are not the Steelers. We are really just passing this information to you as a community partner because we want your businesses to be successful. We want your business to be able to have opportunities to network, to grow, to vend, just like any other business that will come into this area in April 2026 for the NFL draft. So there may be some things we may know and some things we may not know. If you have any questions directly tied to the NFL or those sorts of things, we may not be able to answer that, but we will get you a source that can answer it or get the information to you. So any questions you may have, email us at info@catapultpittsburgh.org, and we will do our best to help you get through this process. And speaking of that, we want to thank you, but we also want to connect with you. If you still need assistance with that application that we went over, we are going to set aside time to help you with that. So email us at info@catapultpittsburgh.org, and we will send you a link to get connected with someone from the entrepreneurial success team to help you go through this application. It can be a simple 15-minute call. It will be one-on-one, so it won't be with a lot of people, and we're going to help you. So we're going to give you office hours, and those office hours are going to be from May 1st through the 7th. And so that will be Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. May 1st through the 7th, we're going to be able to give you office hours to help you go through the application. The application was easy, as you've seen, but you never know what questions you may have, and we are here to support and help you through that. So email us at info@catapultpittsburgh.org, and we will give you a 30-minute session with someone from the entrepreneurial team to help you fill out the application. And so other than that, thank you so much for attending our first quarter information session on how you can get in the game and take this opportunity to a new level. We will talk to you soon. Thank you.